There are more and more electric vehicle choices out there. I'm auto specialist Tom Voelk for the Seattle International Auto Show, and this is the Genesis GV60, and it should be on your test drive list. It's available in two flavors, the advanced model for around $60,000 and this performance model that retails for $70,000. Both are strictly all-wheel drive, and they're only available in 8 states in the U.S. Fortunately, Washington State is one of them. The only battery available is a 77.4 kilowatt-hour liquid-cooled lithium-ion polymer pack with a conditioning function. Performance models are, as advertised, more powerful. The extra oomph from the front motor of the all-wheel drive system means 115 more horsepower at 429. Torque is up 70 pound-feet at 516. Use the boost button, shades of Porsche Sport Response button there, and there's an additional 54 horsepower for 10-second bursts. More oomph means less range. The EPA rates this one at 235 miles. That's down 13, not too bad. For frunk lovers, there's a place to stash the mobile charge cord and not much more. The eGMP platform prioritizes cabin room. It's electric, so there are only tones on startup. GV60 has no geared transmission, but it definitely has a show. How much do people love the Chrystal Sphere? A lot. Great theater. There's a bunch of different performance tones, plus the volume of them can be dialed up or down. This paddle reduces recuperation drag. This one adds it for a one-pedal drive dynamic. Depending on your mood, there are drive modes. Performance models add larger brakes, adaptive dampers, and an electronically controlled limited slip differential. GV60 is pretty darn quick. This performance model in boost mode will do the 0 to 60 dash in about 4 seconds. I don't think the folks in this neighborhood would really appreciate that. Still, it's hard not to drive this briskly. Think about it. I've hit the speed limit in less than 2 seconds. Even without boost on, GV60 is rapid transit, and there's personality happening. Those selectable drive tones are extremely subtle, and I know that my mics won't pick them up, so I'm not even going to try. At highway speeds, this Genesis is hushed. Even wind noise at speeds over 80 miles an hour are soft and easy on the ears. When I do my range testing, it's a mix of city and highway driving. This is rated at 235 miles because it's the performance version. And I'm actually seeing better, closer to 250, and that's with temperatures in the mid-70s. So yeah, definitely meets its range. A piece of tech that the Hyundai Group uses in top-tier models is a blind spot camera monitoring system. Signal, and there's a view of cars lurking on your side. This actually saved my bacon, or the side of the car, while I was about to change lanes. Like the electrified G80, this has a camera that watches the road ahead and tells the adaptive dampers what's about to happen, giving this an exceptionally comfortable ride. But it's never floaty, it's very controlled. GV60's 800-volt architecture means it'll juice from 10 to 80% in just 18 minutes. So by the time you plug into the station and grab your triple-shot half-calf soy latte, this will be ready to roll again if the terminal delivers the max charge rate of 250 kilowatts. Usually I encounter these chargers, so that increases charging to about 50 minutes. Like range, charging does depend on temperature. The battery conditioning works with the Navy system when a charge station is set as a location. And something I've never seen at a gas station, this charging session is free. Using solid materials, the GV60 has a nice, spacious feeling cabin. The Torrent Navy colorway can only be had in the performance model. Coach Pete Carroll must have had some input on the green trim and stitching. It's a nice pop of color. Circles are a motif, yards of aluminum too, and much of the material covering the dash and door and console armrests are synthetic leather. Fabrics are made from recycled plastic bottles and fishnets. Heated and vented chairs? Yes. There's Napa leather on performance models, and the driver gets a massage if they want. There are the usual Genesis knurled edges on the controls. Things are different in here, right down to the excellent Bang & Olufsen sound system. This is how you set the tone. No bass or treble controls. Same goes for the glove box. Not many open like this. And let's not forget this. It never gets old. Or you could play around with the bird's eye camera view system, which impresses people almost as much as the transmission selector. I don't have a key on me, and I don't need one. The GV60 has a facial recognition camera on the B-pillar. Just touch the door handle, look into the camera, and there you go. Okay, that gets you into the car. To switch it on, a completely different thing. There's a fingerprint sensor, just like your old iPhone. There is a security code that's needed when setting this all up, so a valet can't make this vehicle their own. And there is phone as key. You can send it to 3 different people, but a car this nice, I would keep it all to myself. GV60 will measure parking spots as you drive by and maneuver the car in automatically. If someone has boxed the car in, it can be pulled out from the outside using the key fob. No need for a human to be behind the wheel. Waiting at a stoplight or in the Starbucks drive-thru looking at your phone? If traffic starts up again without you noticing, there's a notice so everyone in back doesn't hate you. And if the power to your house goes out, there's a vehicle to load adapter. The car can power your refrigerator and freezer for days if you have a long extension cord in the proper gauge. And to make sure there's enough juice to get you to work, it can be set to switch off when the pack gets to a certain level. The back seat is roomy enough for 3 average-sized adults and packs luxuries like heated seats. The GV60 is practical too. With seats down, you're looking at nearly 54 cubic feet. With them up, it's 24. Plenty of room. There's no other car with a Chrystal Sphere or a Volt line, that's what the Genesis designers call this. GV60 has unique styling. And since it's an EV, it's quick, clean, quiet, and has features not found in gasoline-powered cars. To check it out, head off to a Hyundai showroom where Genesis models are sold. For the Seattle International Auto Show, I'm Tom Voelk.